Nigeria has one of the world's largest youth populations, but high unemployment and underemployment mean millions of young people are left without opportunities or hope. When you can't find a legitimate way to make a living, the lure of crime can become very strong. Poverty creates a fertile breeding ground for recruitment into all sorts of criminal and extremist groups. Then there's the issue of governance and corruption. When public funds, meant for schools, hospitals, and infrastructure are diverted, it fuels public anger and erodes trust in the government. A weak justice system, where criminals are often not held accountable, creates a culture of impunity. People feel that the system is not there to protect them, so they may resort to taking matters into their own hands, leading to cycles of reprisal and vigilantism. The proliferation of small arms and light weapons across West Africa has also made the situation much worse. Porous borders make it easy to smuggle weapons into the country, arming various groups and escalating the level of violence. A dispute that might have been settled with fists or words a few decades ago is now settled with automatic rifles. The impact of all this on the Nigerian people is profound. It goes beyond the immediate victims of violence. The entire economy suffers. Farmers are afraid to go to their fields, which leads to food shortages and rising prices for everyone. Investors, both local and international, are hesitant to put their money into a country perceived as unstable. This further worsens the economic situation, creating a vicious cycle. The social fabric of the nation is also under strain. Insecurity deepens ethnic and religious divides. When a crime is committed, it's often framed as an attack by one group on another, rather than an act by criminals. This narrative is dangerous. It breeds suspicion and hatred between communities that have lived together peacefully for generations. It makes it harder to unite against the common enemy, which is crime and violence itself. So, with a problem this big and complicated, where do we even begin to look for solutions? It's not just about more boots on the ground, although effective and accountable security forces are crucial. The military is stretched thin, fighting on multiple fronts. Many argue that a military-first approach can't solve problems that are fundamentally social and economic. A truly sustainable solution has to be holistic. It starts with good governance. We need transparency and accountability to ensure that public resources are used for the public good. Strengthening institutions like the judiciary and the police is key. The police need better training, better equipment, and better welfare to be effective. But more importantly, they need to regain the trust of the community they serve. Community policing, where locals work hand in hand with law enforcement, has shown great promise in some areas. It's about building bridges, not walls. Next is economic development, especially for the youth. We need to create jobs. This means investing in sectors like agriculture, technology, and manufacturing. It means supporting small and medium-sized enterprises, which are the backbone of any economy. When a young person has a good job and a stake in their community's future, they are far less likely to be drawn into a life of crime. Education is also a powerful tool. Not just formal schooling, but vocational training that gives people practical skills they can use to build a life. We also need to address the root causes of specific conflicts. For the farmer-herder clashes, for example, we need modern solutions, like establishing designated grazing reserves and promoting modern ranching methods. This isn't about blaming one side or the other. It's about finding a practical way for both to coexist and prosper. In the Niger Delta, ensuring that oil wealth genuinely benefits the local communities is the only way to achieve lasting peace. And finally, we need a national dialogue. We need to talk to each other. We need to heal the divisions that have been created. Religious and traditional leaders have a massive role to play here. They can promote messages of peace, tolerance, and unity. We need to challenge the narratives of hate and division and focus on our shared humanity and our common destiny as Nigerians. The security situation in Nigeria is a serious challenge, but it is not an insurmountable one. Nigeria is a nation of incredibly resilient, innovative, and determined people. The solutions are within our grasp. It requires political will from our leaders, active participation from all citizens, and a belief that a better, more secure future is possible. It's not a quick fix, and the road ahead will be long and difficult. Supporting them, understanding their plight, and demanding better solutions is a responsibility for us all. The strength of Nigeria lies in its people, and by working together, that strength can overcome any challenge.